Exactly 221 years ago, on April the 28th, Fletcher Christian had a mutiny on board the Bounty, and Bligh and 18 of his men were set adrift in a small open boat. They then managed to sail 4,000 miles across the Pacific from Tonga right through to Kupang, and that's considered now to be one of the epic open boat journeys in maritime history. That's what we'll be doing.
I looked at the photo of Bounty on the screen of the computer and I was paralysed with fear. I knew then that the adventure had begun. Life is very precious, but it's only precious if we embrace it.
Who knows what can happen, and once we start out with this thing, there's no going back.
It's a 26-foot wooden open whale boat. To be constantly exposed to the elements is going to be incredibly tough.
We have no charts, we have no toilet paper, we've only got enough food for 400 grams a day for the whole trip. We've only got 2 weeks worth of water. Our biggest fears and biggest challenges are probably going to be capsizing the boat in 50 knots of wind at 2 o'clock in the morning with 5-metre seas, and it gets rolled over, and of course it's not a self-riding boat, so we'll be in the water swimming.
I have an enormous fear of drowning, which is quite ironic really under the circumstances.
It isn't like we can call an ambulance at any minute to come and rescue us.
Hopefully none of us will get separated, because if any of the crew gets separated in that situation, your chances of survival will be pretty grim.
We've done everything we can to make this trip as safe as possible. Yes, it is dangerous.
Last year I was diagnosed as having what they call a pheocytochroma, which is a tumour on the adrenal gland. So it's now or never. It's just wonderful. You know, life is a one-act play, as they say.
A life of adventure is simply living. I mean, if you're fit and healthy, why waste that opportunity?
You really are defined by what you do in this world.
I just qualify it by simply saying that any activity that has an unknown outcome is an adventure.
I think that in order to take on a challenge of this magnitude, we need to be in top physical condition. And that means training every day.
Little doubt that it's going to have a huge impact on the rest of my life.
If this trip was easy, everyone would be doing it. You never really know until you try it.
It actually could be life and death situation.
Just stepping out and saying, I'm going to go with this, and I'm going to discover things about myself I've never known.
There has to be one person in charge, and that will be Don McIntyre.
I've done a lot of different adventures in my time, you know, sailed solo around the world, lived a year of isolation in Antarctica, but never once, on all those things and other things, did I ever think I was going to die.
We will be entrusting our lives to the other crew members. It's actually a little more scary right now. In order to accomplish something, you do what it takes.